Hi, I'm Veronica Bruno with Culture S. And first question, is this really the end? Is there any hope for future seasons? Because I was pretty sad watching the last episode.
Yeah, it's a big world. Things could happen. We don't know.
There are 3 more books.
There are 3 more books.
There are 3 more books.
Yep. Okay, maybe somebody needs to send a balloon to have a third, life for Expanse. So tell me about the Laconian World. It's very interesting how you open up the episodes with that story. What made you think that was that you really wanted to tell that story this final season?
It was a way to service the mystery at the end of season 5, which is the protomolecule sample goes through the rings. It's being given to these rogue Martians who have the scientist who knows how to use them on this planet. If we hadn't done the Strange Dog storyline, you wouldn't have actually had access to any of it. And so by placing it into season 6, it allowed us to connect those events to the narrative of season 6, but also give a little window in and possibly open the door to other things later in this really weird, eerie story of these children and these creatures in the woods on this alien world. I just love the novella. That's one of my favorite the guys did. And so that's really the thinking that went into it.
Future spinoff. What were your feelings when you watched the last episode of season 6?
Which time?
Yeah.
The sad truth of writing and producing television is by the time you get a final version of the episode, you have watched it probably 100 times. And Narane's probably watched it 500 times by that point. So you got to get a little detached from it. But having said that, when you finally watch I just recently watched the discs. They sent me discs and watched them on my TV at home, on my HDR TV, which we mixed the show in HDR. And I was actually surprised by how moving and affecting it was, in spite of the fact that I had seen it over and over and over again. I was actually surprised by how much it affected me. Yeah.
And how much does family play in this season? You see with Marcos and you see with Drummer, family is so important throughout this drama. There's so much sci-fi and there's all these things that envelope it, but it comes down to a lot of times, family and what it means. How much of that is an important theme for you for the season?
Well, and more broadly, human connection. I mean, one of the things that sometimes gets lost in kind of the grand scope of epic is that it's actually any huge story is a bunch of tiny little personal stories going on together.
Right.
And it's always been kind of the aesthetic that Ty and I brought to this, to have gigantic events told through the very small, deeply felt stories that are happening within them. It's worked for us. So
yeah. And what do you hope audiences will get out of this final season? What do you hope to leave them with?
Satisfaction.
Yeah.
Well, and like we hope that it's a satisfying conclusion to the story you've been telling for 6 seasons and leaves them a little hungry. It would be nice if they stayed just a little hungry.
That's true.
Yeah.
Has there been any development in that? Are you shopping around the future books, if I can ask?
Good. Yeah. It's I've got no. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Other than the fact that there are 3 more books.
There are, however, 3 more books.
Yeah. And what's been your favorite moment of the whole series? If you were to pick one moment that you were really, really proud of.
I can't do it without giving you a spoiler because it's in episode 3 of this season.
We'll look for that. We'll say that there's a moment in episode 3 that's special.
I think the Julian Miller moment in season 2 in 205 is one of the loveliest things.
Yes.
I like Any scene where Amos shoots somebody or Bobby beats somebody up.
I'm that guy.
those are my
There you
favorites.
go. That's
Yeah.
the one. Yep.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite moments too. Well, thank you so much. I think season 6, people will be very, very happy with how it ends. It's
Oh,
gorgeous.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good luck. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.